Move over, haters! Despite a ridiculous amount of trailer dislikes, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is still one of the most anticipated titles of the holiday season. The 13th entry in the series and the 5th game by legendary developers Infinity Ward, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare gives the series a distinctly sci-fi spin, and with the addition of Modern Warfare Remastered, the series' tried and true multiplayer, and a brand new zombie mode, might be the biggest Call of Duty yet in terms of scope. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare releases on November 4th, 2016 for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Here's everything you need to know before you go out and buy it. While Call of Duty started out in the distant past, Infinity Ward helped really put the series on the map by bringing it to the present and near future with the Modern Warfare series. In recent years, the franchise has jumped to the 60s and the not-so-near future, and now Infinite Warfare transports Call of Duty to the far reaches of space. This move has proved a little bit contentious for many of the series' most vocal fans, but Infinite Warfare still aims to inject some of these same themes and gameplay staples we've come to know from the series in the past. Set in the far future, Infinite Warfare puts players in control of Captain Nick Reyes, a Tier 1 Special Operations pilot. In that future, which is actually the same universe as the Modern Warfare series, interestingly enough, Earth has been completely stripped of natural resources, leaving the United Nations Space Alliance, or UNSA, to explore space for more resources to bring back to Earth. It would probably make more sense to just settle some other planet, but whatever. However, not everyone feels too BFF with the UNSA. In particular, there's the Settlement Defense Front, who wants to split away and control the galaxy's resources without any outside regulation. After a series of conflicts, the whole system has reached its boiling point, which leads to the Settlement Defense Front launching a devastating surprise attack against Earth to open the game. Fun fact, the SDF is led by one Kit Harington, aka Jon Snow, who plays the game's main villain. After the surprise attack, the UNSA is severely weakened, leaving the main character, Nick Reyes, in charge of a massive warship, the Retribution, which becomes the central hub where you get access to most of your missions and quests prior to, killing more bad guys. You'll explore the solar system and presumably the galaxy via the Retribution and the newly introduced spaceships, the Jackals, as Infinite Warfare has an emphasis on, what else? Space combat. Jackal sequences are not on rails, giving you total freedom to fly wherever you want to kill bad guys, and when you're ready, you'll go seamlessly from space combat to boots on the ground with no loading screens. And speaking of the Jackals, PS4 owners will get access to a special Jackal Assault VR experience with any version of Infinite Warfare. In addition to exploring space in your Jackal, Infinite Warfare will also thrust you into zero-gravity combat with tools like grappling hooks and thruster packs to help you navigate the vacuum of space. Other new gameplay features include a wrist computer that allows you to hack enemies. You'll be fighting quite a few robots in Infinite Warfare in addition to humans. There are also plenty of futuristic weapons and tools, such as the Seeker drone, which is basically a grenade with legs that creepily scurries up onto enemies before exploding. It's really friendly. Very little is actually known about the campaign beyond that, but you can probably imagine that it will be packed with its share of twists and huge set pieces. It's pretty standard for Call of Duty. And of course, another staple of the franchise will be present in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare's multiplayer, complete with familiar things like kill streaks, perks, and upgrades, but it will also add some new updates to the formula. One of the big changes will come in the form of loadouts, which are now referred to as combat rigs. Rigs are basically a specific suit outfitted for different types of fighters, each one packed with one weapon and 2 abilities, as well as 3 interchangeable traits. There are 6 types of rigs available: FTL, Phantom, Striker, Synaptic, Warfighter, and Merc. Merc is your tank, focusing on defensive abilities and weaponry. They can take a lot of damage and suppress multiple enemies at once. FTL rigs are extra mobile, allowing you to get in and out of gunfights quickly with different phasing abilities. Think like Tracer in Overwatch. Warfighters are the most accessible, or I guess you could say generic option, giving you mid-range fighting capability that's well-rounded for offense and defense. Striker is your support class with equipment to boost teammates, plus turrets for map control. Phantoms are the stealth sniper combat rigs, and Synaptics favor extremely close quarter fighting. One gameplay aspect that's returning from previous games in Infinite Warfare's multiplayer will be the chain-based momentum system from Black Ops 3, meaning you can slide, wall run, and jump your way around the map with ease. As for weapons, Infinite Warfare boasts hundreds of them, with a number of Call of Duty staples with modifications given the time period, plus a load more futuristic weapons including black hole grenades, which don't sound dangerous at all. As for the maps, we know there will be 12 multiplayer maps with the game at launch. Those that pre-ordered, however, will have access to the popular Modern Warfare 2 Remake terminal. And since this is Call of Duty, you can bet there will be plenty more map packs coming in the future. Activision recently confirmed 4 of them post-launch. If you happen to have pre-ordered the digital deluxe version or any of the legacy editions of Infinite Warfare, you'll also be treated to arguably one of the most exciting parts of the upcoming game's release, Modern Warfare Remastered, a totally different game! Modern Warfare Remastered brings Infinity Ward's classic to the next generation with enhanced textures, rendering, and high dynamic range lighting. According to early reports, it runs at a silky smooth 60 frames per second and plays exactly as the original did 9 years ago. It's not just a fresh coat of paint though, characters have been reanimated to make them feel more modern, and other visual touches have been added in the background of some levels. Modern Warfare Remastered will also be available with the game's original multiplayer and will ship with 10 maps from the original game, which should be a welcome bonus if you find you're looking for something a little bit more traditional than Infinite Warfare's multiplayer. One thing to keep in mind is that if you ever feel like trading in a physical version of Infinite Warfare, you will lose access to Modern Warfare, as the Infinite Warfare disc is required to access the game online. And as if that wasn't enough Call of Duty for you, Infinite Warfare also packs some other fan favorite, zombies. In the new release, Zombies in Spaceland will feature a 1980s theme set in a horror-filled amusement park. Zombies in Spaceland is compatible with up to 4 players. Each will control a different stereotypical character. There's the jock, the nerd, the valley girl, and the rapper, who have all been lured to a creepy rich dude's place under the guise of a movie audition. Only they get sucked into one of his horror films and the zombies show up in droves. Also, David Hasselhoff is a DJ for some reason. Yeah, really. And it sounds awesome. Zombies in Spaceland works like the typical Call of Duty zombie mode, pitting players against waves of zombies. The weapons cross over with Infinite Warfare multiplayer, meaning all progression works between modes, with experience carried over, which is actually pretty cool. There are also quest and zombie mode specific weapons like the face melter, which causes zombies to fly up in the air and explode, raining down fire on other zombies. It's sort of fitting that they're calling this one Infinite Warfare because it sounds like there are infinite ways to play it. Between Zombies, multiplayer, Modern Warfare Remastered, if you pre-ordered the right edition of course, and the single player campaign, looks like there's going to be quite a bit of content for the price, even a little bit of bonus VR content if you purchased it on PS4. As for the PC version, we should also note that while Activision has released the fairly steep system requirements for Infinite Warfare, they haven't really detailed any other PC specific features or options the way a lot of other recent shooters have, so keep that in mind if you're trying to decide between platforms. And that's just about everything we know about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Are you planning on picking the game up? Let us know in the comments and check out other videos in our Know Before You Go series.
Roger 6, you're clear to land.
The Aegis guns. They appear to be tracking our fleet.
STF destroyers inbound!
All stations, shots fired!
Hold up! Hold on!
Captain's dead.
Went down with his ship.
So who has the con, Gator?